Fairport Odyssey of the Mind, information for parents who may be interested in signing their children up. Fairport Odyssey of the Mind is part of the worldwide organization Odyssey of the Mind. It's a creative problem-solving program for students K through 12. Worldwide, there's also a college division, but that's not offered through Fairport. We participate in the regional, state, and worldwide Odyssey of the Mind program. What makes Odyssey of the Mind unique? It combines art, science, engineering, performance, and teamwork. It is student-led with help from others, which we call outside assistance, not allowed, and it encourages creativity and out-of-the-box thinking. What is an Odyssey of the Mind team? Up to 7 students can be on a team. They are usually, but not always, from the same school. They are coached by parent volunteers who are always in high demand, and they are put into divisions based on their grade level. So primary is K2, Division 1 is 3rd through 5th, Division 2 is 6th through 8th, and Division 3 is 9th through 12th. The division is determined by the grade of the oldest student on the team. So if there is one 9th grader on a team of middle schoolers, that team is Division 3. What do teams do? They choose between 5 problems to solve. They meet regularly throughout the school year to prepare the solution to their chosen problem. And then they present their solution in the form of an 8-minute skit. They must create their own costumes, set, script, props, required engineering elements, etc. And they compete at tournaments. What are the problems like? Problem 1 is always a vehicle problem where you make 1 or more vehicles according to the year specifications, among other requirements, and it's presented in the form of a skit. In problem 2, the team creates engineered devices to perform tasks according to the specifications that year, and also present that in the form of a skit. And in problem 3, teams create their own take on classic art or literature according to that year's specifications, among other requirements, and present that in the form of a skit. In problem 4, the team creates a structure out of balsa wood that holds weight, and it's scored on how much weight it holds. There are different requirements for that each year, and other requirements as far as skits, the backdrops and costumes and other things that might be required. In problem 5, the focus is on performance elements, which change each year and is also performed in a skit. The primary problem is the same for all primary teams. Again, that's K through 2. So these problems try to incorporate elements from all of the other 5 problems. So there might be a small engineering component, a small balsa component, performance component, and again, it's presented in the form of a skit. At the competitions, the teams perform their solution to their problem in the form of a skit, and they are scored by the judges if they are divisions 1, 2, or 3. The primary teams are only given feedback, but not scored. It's not competitive. There's also a segment of the competition called spontaneous that is done during the day, either before or after their long-term performance. At the regional tournament, which is usually in March, the first place teams from each problem and division, and sometimes additional teams, advance to the state tournament. The state tournament is usually in April at Binghamton University, and the first and second place teams from each problem and division advance to World Finals. World Finals is usually in May on Memorial Day weekend, and teams from all over the world compete in Iowa or Michigan. This year, because of COVID-19, the regional and state tournaments will be online, and the World Finals is yet to be determined. If you're interested in your student joining Odyssey of the Mind, go to fairportodyssey.com and fill out the interest survey. You may also talk to a coach at your student's school. The biggest limiting factor to creating teams is availability of coaches. If you think you may all be interested in coaching an Odyssey of the Mind team, please watch the other presentation about being a coach and reach out to the Fairport Odyssey of the Mind organization to find out more information.